Radio Leicester Sport between now and 7 o'clock, 25 minutes of the programme remaining. We are going to get an update on some of our sports which have an American heritage on 104.9 FM. Baseball and American football are alive and well here in Leicester, Leicestershire and possibly Rutland, possibly not. The Leicester Falcons are plying their trade in the British American Football Association League Second Division, having narrowly missed out on promotion last term. We'll focus on them in a few moments' time, but we're going to start with baseball because we've got manager. Well, let's introduce ourselves, shall we? What's your name, sir?
I'm Alan Edgington. I'm the manager of Leicester Blue Sox.
And what's your name, young man?
Rory Chandler. I'm a player at the Leicester Blue Sox.
Hi, I'm Matt Crawshaw, the chairman of the club.
Good, the Leicester Blue Sox. Let's start with the chairman then, shall we? How is life for your baseball club, sir? We spoke a while ago, possibly about a year ago.
We did, yeah.
It seemed alive and well then.
It was alive and kicking then, and it's very much alive and kicking now. We're in our 10th anniversary year, so 2006 to 2016 already. So we've got a lot lined up this year to celebrate that and mark the occasion. But at the moment, we're right in the thick of the regular season. So our adult baseball team has started playing now. They've got about 10 games under their belt, so they're about just not quite at the halfway mark in the season. We've got multiple junior teams that are active at the club, and we also have our women and girls section and some great success stories with softball this season. So there's just lots going on at Weston Park this year.
Wow, 10 years. Matt, how long have you been with the club?
I joined the club in 2008.
Okay, so a couple of years.
So
then.
That's just after we relocated to Weston Park, and we've seen considerable growth, certainly over the last 5 years, where we started a junior programme back in 2012, and a lot of things have just spun off from there, really.
And challenges as well, I'd imagine.
Yes, it's always a challenge, baseball, particularly trying to win over the hearts and minds into a sport that's perhaps not ingrained in our culture, just like, say, football is over here, baseball is over in the States. But we've got a very good volunteer base at the club who work very hard, season to season on recruiting more and more faces. Our membership has exceeded over 100 for the first time in our history, and that's cutting across from kids as young as 3, 4 and 5 all the way through to teenagers, adults and everything in between. So it's real credit to everybody involved at the club who have made it become what it is today.
And Rory sat next to a young whippersnapper. Rory, tell us a bit about you. How old are you?
18.
And tell us about your baseball story.
So I started playing 2013. I was 15. Came down to the club. I contacted Matt. Had a bit of training. Was able to get a couple of games under my belt before the end of the season, and it really kind of picked up from there. Got some trials for the Great Britain team, and with the help of Matt and Alan and all the coaches there, it helped me build up my confidence and my ability to play.
So 3 years ago, tell me why you thought, I'm going to get in touch with my local baseball team and see if I can play, because as Matt quite rightly says, with the utmost respect, it's not often one of the sports you think of first.
Yeah, I had absolutely no clue there was a team in Leicester until I looked it up. I saw the game on TV and I was kind of interested in it, so I just gave Matt a call when I found him online and started from there, really.
Has it always been baseball for you? You ever been into any other sports?
No, I played cricket since I was 8, so I played that until I was 16.
You moved from cricket to baseball?
Yeah, it's very not traditionally British.
No, tell me about why you did that.
Oh, it's just there's a bit of a bore to cricket in the end, and there seems just to be a different feel about the game of baseball and just the way it's played, the people around it, the community. It's a lot better.
And at 18, you mentioned representing your country. Where are you there? What's the situation there with you?
So I went away last summer to the Czech Republic. We played in the Junior European Championships.
Okay.
We're going away again this year in July to compete in the same. We're going to Spain this year. And I went to an MLB European Academy tournament in March as well.
Okay.
To play against like the different academies as part of a European All-Star team.
Okay. And what age group is it Great Britain you represent?
Yeah, Great Britain under 18s.
And so you're 18 now, so you've not got much longer.
No, and then we go into the team, the GB Great Britain Lions team. That'd be next year.
Okay.
That's where we graduate up.
And that covers you until that's senior team?
Yeah, it's like the lower senior team.
Wow. Wow, exciting.
Yeah.
Very exciting. And your manager, Alan, sat
Yep.
next to you. How long have you worked with young Rory for?
Oh, as soon as you joined the club, really.
Yeah.
So it was 3 years, was it? 3
Yeah,
years ago?
I was involved with the junior programme as a coach. At the same time, I kind of became a manager for the developmental side, the Two Socks.
Okay.
So yeah, started working with Rory when he was young, and he played a couple of games with Two Socks, didn't you? While he was playing with the junior programme, and look at him now.
Yeah,
ridiculous.
always have that kind of talent. You see that kind of GB talent in him.
Yes.
You've got to say yes, really, haven't you?
Yeah. No, he's a really young, athletic guy. Loads of potential. He uses it really. So always has.
And tell us what it's like managing the Blue Sox these days down at Weston Park.
Feeling my way. This is first season managing the first team.
Right.
As
Okay.
I
Is that
say,
right?
Yeah, I was managing the second team before. I was up for the challenge. It's fun.
Yeah.
I know the guys,
Okay.
which helped.
Yeah,
there
of
wasn't
course.
too many kind of new guys to kind of work my way with, so
Okay.
I was familiar with everybody.
Yeah.
I feel still feeling my way, but I think we're getting there.
What challenges are there?
You've really got to screw your tactical head on,
Right.
because before with the Two Socks it was all about just having fun, getting everyone playing, just promoting the game on more of a grassroots level. But this is, you're playing with more seasoned players, and to try and get them working kind of cohesively as one unit, one tactical unit, it's tough, but I'm getting there.
And with that in mind, I'd imagine recruitment and finding new talent, is that something that falls under your remit, or is that something that you do as a group?
It's a group thing, really. How people find the club, they find it. The guys that, because I don't live in Leicester.
Okay, where'd you live?
I live kind of South Staffs,
Okay.
so I'm a while away. So
Yeah.
the more kind of local guys that are being attracted to the group it's like flyer campaigns we did,
Okay.
lots of internet
Yeah,
campaigns.
we get a lot of interest through Facebook.
Okay.
Things like Facebook ads. We probably wouldn't know what that was a few seasons ago, but now you put some Facebook adverts out there. Next thing you know, you're getting emails in from parents wanting their kids to get involved. You're getting emails from women and girls wanting to try a different type of sport, female-only sport, and then you're also getting guys that have in other countries. We had Justinas who contacted us from Lithuania, and he saw that we had some Lithuanian players on our team, on our first team, and he just made the decision to relocate all the way from Lithuania to the East Midlands just so he could play baseball for Leicester Blue Sox.
And these Facebook adverts, that's something that you got to pay for, like a marketing campaign?
Yeah, but we're an amateur club. We get in return from that, we get membership fees and things like that. So you might spend 50 quid for an advert, but you might get that paid back 3 or 4 times in membership fees.
But you see, Matt, that's quite brave, because some people might think relatively small club with the utmost respect, and money I'm sure is going to be tight. You've got to look after everything. Think, right, let's invest some money in social media advertising to try and recruit future players. But I guess logically you think, well, some of the players and parents are going to be using that social media, so they're our market.
The biggest success this year was our Little Sox program, which runs from sort of ages 3 all the way through to about 10, and we must have had about 60 or 70 kids pre-register for opening day, and I think a lot of that is, I think about my own son who's on the program, who's 6. We get all these little flyers in book bags for football academies, rugby academies, cricket academies, and so on. We just thought, well, that's what we're in competition with, and we need to get the kids in as young as we possibly can. So we go to social media, and next thing you know, you're getting 40, 50 kids on opening day, all playing baseball. It's fantastic.
Incredible. How's Weston Park as a venue for you?
It's adequate enough. We've had some investment in the facility there.
Bit of a microclimate as well.
It has a bit,
Is it really? Tell me.
Can be a bit windy.
It's pretty open, in fairness.
sometimes.
Say again?
It's terrible sometimes.
Oh, really?
Yeah. We could do with a nice stadium to kind of enclose it all, but the fields are regulation size.
Yeah.
The council are fantastic. They've painted out 3 baseball diamonds now, so we've got the full size diamond for adults, a couple of junior and sophomore diamonds there. So last weekend we had an fundraising event where we had baseball on the main diamond, softball on the smaller diamond.
Yeah, saying about the microclimate, I did get this tan.
Yeah, I wasn't going to mention the tan because on radio it doesn't work particularly well, but you look like a lobster.
Well, this was from Saturday. We were saying Western Box and microclimate, but obviously it's not too bad because you get tans like that.
No, yeah.
Oh, mine's great as well.
Yeah.
The neck as well.
Nice. The boys are sporting good baseball uniform-based tans.
Saturday was fantastic. Just enough real opportunity to get games on more than one field at the same time, which we don't always get the opportunity to do so. So, we've got enough room to grow at this point in time.
We're going to talk American football and the Leicester Falcons in just a few moments' time with Guy Kersey, who's the chairman, in just a second. But is this something that we're missing out on a city here? Do you think sharing venues, baseball, American football, hockey, cricket, basketball, rugby, football, none of them, Speedway, share a venue? None of them.
No, I agree. I can remember going to see the Leicester Riders, 5 or 6 years ago, and you just think, all they really need is an arena, and this would be fantastic. And went there with my son a few weeks back when they sealed the divisional title. Absolutely fantastic. So if we can't get our own purpose-built facility, which is less likely with American football and baseball and places like that, maybe there's some way we could get some sort of municipal facility where 2 or 3 multi-sports can thrive, particularly ones that are adjacent in the season. So maybe you can pair a winter sport with a summer sport, so the facility gets used all year round.
Good evening, Guy Kersey. How are you well?
I'm very well. Yeah.
Appreciate you joining us, guys, from the Leicester Falcons. They play British American Football Association American football, and they're based at Leicester Road. We'll talk about that in their season. But while we're on the subject with Matt of venues,
it's an enormous problem. I mean, we play in Hinckley solely for the reason that there's nowhere else to play in the city.
Which I find incredible.
Leicester's the city of sport at the moment. Is the kind of hashtag city of sport is what everybody's kind of pushing around at the moment. But the reality is, if it's not football or rugby, then there's very little facilities for us to use. I mean, we like I said, we train in the city. We train at Ayleston Park, but we have to play our games over in Hinckley because we're an ambitious team and we want to play in a good facility in a stadium. But there's nothing in the region. Certainly nothing within the city.
What could be
absolutely, I agree with what the guys are saying, that we need a municipal multi-sport community stadium.
What could be done if the mayor's listening? Good evening, Mr. Mayor.
Well, we've started very fledgling ideas for this already, and you've kind of preempted me a little bit because I was going to speak to these guys, and rugby league and places where like the County Cup rugby could be played. So there's space out there, there's land out there. It's pairing with commercial people and the city, very much to how the Riders got the arena built. And I was speaking to Ian Davidson recently at the Riders, and he's helping us along with some of those processes.
I've always wondered, and I'm really glad the baseball boys are in here because I'm hoping they're going to dig me out here. I've been whacking my head against a wall for so many years with this one. Never going to happen. Why is there not a massive indoor cricket venue? Because the weather kills cricket, right? It kills cricket.
Always been terrible.
Why couldn't you have an indoor cricket venue? And you could play baseball in there.
Absolutely no reason. Yeah. Absolutely no reason. Just got to find the space. You've got to find the money. You've got to build it. Someone's got to have the vision. If they can do it with basketball, Leicester Riders, there's no reason why you can't replicate that success across the city with other sports.
This is why you're a journalist. You asked a good question.
Thank you, Coach. That's why you're a coach. Guy, how are things at the Falcons?
We're doing okay.
You're doing particularly well this season, are you not?
Smug grin on his
yes,
face.
Indeed. Tell us, because you were close with promotion last season.
Yeah, we were. It was a difficult season. We were in a tough division last year where we ended up playing the eventual winners in the first round of the playoffs. The reality is that we probably were the third best team in the league. So there's an argument to say we should have gone up last year anyway. But actually, I think it's been good for us to not get promoted last year because we've built a really strong team this year now, and we've played 4 all-away games, won 4, scored 212 points, conceded 14. So, yeah, it's not bad.
Yeah, you're in a great... Why have all your games been away?
Because of the fixture playing at Leicester Road. We wanted to clear the football season first, and then gives us a free run to use the stadium.
Gotcha. A bit of breaking, you guys might not be overly interested with respect football news. Leeds United have parted company with Steve Evans at Ellen Road. Who saw that one coming?
Apparently there's only 3 more managers till the start of the season.
They like to turn around their managers at Ellen Road, don't they? How is Leicester Road? How's life at Leicester Road? Because Leicester Road is a subject that's spoken about an awful lot on these airwaves, with the Hinckley AFC versus Leicester Road, fallout of the old Hinckley Football Club. How is life in that kind of political footballing storm?
I do my very best to keep out of it. I work with the guys who have the stadium and operate the stadium, and I'm aware of all the politics around it, but I don't get involved.
Is the best answer I could possibly have even thought of myself. I'm going to ask you both this kind of question, really. Recruitment, how are you? How's the Falcons? How's recruiting new American football talent? You okay? The guys are saying that numbers at the baseball are up pretty high.
Yeah, we're good. We've got a really strong squad this year. We made a very conscious effort over the off-season to pair with a number of universities in the region. So we pulled from both University of Leicester and DMU. But we also pull now from Northampton and Derby. So on our coaching staff, we have head coaches of the 4 universities. So that means we can pull from that resource as well. But then we also pull from we've got a number of rugby links as well. So we pull from the rugby guys as well.
That university link's been quite fruitful for you. In the
Very
past,
good,
hasn't it?
yeah. I mean, we've picked up one of our kind of star players this year. Jack Verling is he's a GB Students player. Got offered a semi-pro contract out in Germany and decided to stay with us instead.
What a fool!
Well, you say that.
Tongue firmly in cheek. That's
He
credit.
doesn't like sauerkraut.
That's credit to you, though, isn't it?
Yeah,
If someone's
yeah,
offered
because
that, that's great for you.
They're starting to see what we're building, and they're kind of moving past what the fact we're in Division 2 and seeing the fact we're running it very professionally. So therefore, and the quality of coaching that they're getting. So if they want to improve as players, then they want to be part of a good setup, irrespective of what division they're playing in.
And to both of you, really, we'll be back with the other guys in a few moments' time. But to Matt and Guy, the city of Leicester has done particularly well in the last 6 months, and I wonder whether. And I don't think there's any disgrace in admitting this myself, because the basketball club have kind of admitted it to us already, that you're the Leicester Blue Sox, you're the Leicester Falcons. All of a sudden, people are well aware of where the city of Leicester is, and that the city of Leicester has a very rich sporting heritage because the football team have just won the biggest prize in the world.
Absolutely, all eyes are on Leicester. We've benefited from a bit of interest coming our way anyway, because of things like people searching for Leicester sports on Twitter or Facebook, and then they come across Leicester Falcons, Leicester Blue Sox, that type of thing. So I think it's absolutely fantastic that we've got rugby in focus, we've got football in focus, basketball. And we can leverage off that, and other sports, not just baseball, not just American football. All sports can get some airtime and benefit from it. So if we can get a national championship this season, and Leicester Falcons can get a national championship this season, not laying down the law.
No pressure.
Lots of pressure.
So I mean, if we could just keep that momentum going for the city, it would be absolutely fantastic.
It's got to be a good thing, Guy, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, one benefit is that certainly with the American partners that we have, they can at least pronounce the city name.
We did have fun with that this season.
I was living in the States when Leicester got promoted, and there was a whole debate on NBC about how to pronounce it.
There is Leicester in Connecticut, though, which Connecticut's hard to say itself. But do they say it Leicester or Leicester or what?
It's a good question. It's a good question. Fair question.
There was when I was in the States, and my wife was working for a theatre at the time, and they were saying how all the place names had English names. What the roads had English names. They went, I think you're mistaken. They're all New English names. All from New England. I went, I think you missed the point there.
Love it. Rory, how about your future? Tell me about your future. You're 18. Are you studying? Where are you? What are you doing?
Just finishing off my A-levels.
Okay.
So I'll be done in a month.
Okay, where are you taking those, if you don't mind me asking?
Flaxton College.
Okay, so local lad,
yeah.
doing everything locally.
Yep.
GB baseball's looking okay.
Yep.
Where are you in 5 years?
I'm hoping to go over to the States and study at a college in America, maybe in a few years' time, hopefully, because the baseball's quite big in terms of college baseball and stuff. So hopefully, in a couple of years' time, going over there.
Long-term ambitions is to stay with the sport of baseball.
Oh yeah.
Good on
I
you.
love it, yeah.
Is that difficult with the with what we have here versus what they have in America? Is the draws there clearly?
Well, it's constantly improving over here.
Great.
I mean, there's still the opportunities, even though they're scarce. There's the opportunities to improve, to get better, and there's the coaching over here to do so.
Good from you when your coach is sitting next to you. Very good from you.
Yeah, there's everything. There's no reason you can't get better in the sport over here, and then it just opens up the opportunities.
We would have a number of GB juniors who have gone on to US colleges,
Yep.
Canadian colleges, and further their progression in the sport. So it can be done.
Stay with us. A little bit more focus on some of our American sports in a few moments' time. We're going to focus on Rio 2016, which is around the corner. A Loughborough-based discus thrower. Dan Greaves is one of our top Paralympic hopes. The discus thrower is hoping to make his 5th games in a row and his 5th medal. He's been speaking to the BBC's Tom Brown. He has been speaking to Tom Brown. Here he is. Maybe we'll catch him another time. Maybe we'll definitely catch him another time because that has gone particularly badly. Boys, a couple of minutes to go before the end of the programme. Matt, what would you say to any aspiring baseball players out there that are thinking, maybe thinking about getting involved? How would the sell go for you?
I would say baseball and softball, because we do both sports. Very inclusive sport. It's suitable for all ages, shapes and sizes. Just look us up, give it a go. You can find us on the internet, www.leicesterbluesox, that's sox.co.uk. Send us an email, find us on Facebook, find us on Twitter. Come down to Weston Park, see some games. There's something there for everyone, really. So it's the season, so come down and have some fun in the sun.
And I know that recruitment is difficult, but what about American football? Are you okay for getting people at the minute? Is competition from cricket, from speedway, from basketball, from baseball?
No, not really.
Right,
I think people are now American football has gained a much higher profile with the NFL focusing on Europe and focusing on the UK in particular, and there is going to be a UK team, I think, within the next 5 years, probably a London-based team. It's I'm quite open for the NFL to buy the Leicester Falcons franchise at any moment, taking offers if you're out there, Roger. But no, because of that, it's seeking out people are now seeking out that have actually got a genuine interest. You're not trying to pull rugby players away from rugby. You're not trying to pull them from different sports. And when we get a lot of guys from athletics now taking up the sport, because they know that they understand the physiology of the sport and where it can take them, and because of that, it means that now the NFL are looking at recruiting, and the colleges are looking at recruiting from Europe as well. So I'll at the end of this season, I'll send off highlight tapes of a few players who I think are capable, our coaches think are capable of making it to the NFL and to college, getting college scholarships. And as much as we don't want to lose them, we also think it's a great advert for them to be able to improve themselves on a big and play on a bigger platform.
And Alan, finally from you, if people are listening and they've got nephews, nieces that are interested in baseball, what is it that flicks your switches about the sport, and how can they get involved with the Blue Sox?
It's always been a highly romanticised sport on film and TV, and we get a lot of American film and TV here, and you watch it from a young age, so you know what a catcher's mitt is and stuff like that, and baseball vocabulary, you get all that. But obviously with rugby, transferable skills to American football, cricket, transferable skills to baseball, stuff like that. If you play cricket, come play baseball. If you've been watching it on TV and film, come play baseball. It's great fun, honestly. And we try and carry that romanticism.
Yeah, can we catch our first home game, of course, which is this Sunday.
Tell us when this Sunday.
This Sunday, Leicester Road Football Stadium in Hinckley, against local rival Shropshire Revolution, who we beat 42-0 last time. Just putting it out there.
And that's this Sunday.
This Sunday, 3 p.m. kickoff, featuring TKT cheerleaders as well, and all kinds of fun and activity.
Yeah, behave yourself, Rory. You, Matt. Finally, when can people come watch some baseball at Weston Park?
Our next game is also on Sunday. We're playing our local rivals, the Nottingham Rebels,
at Nottingham. At
Nottingham, that's at Bulwell Hall Park. So that should be quite a feisty encounter.
Lovely. Thank you very much, everybody, for coming in.
Happy
Appreciate
birthday
you.
To my wife, by the way.
Happy birthday, the wife. Well done. Enjoy the rest of your Tuesday, everybody. Good evening.
Your city, your county.
BBC Radio Leicester.